For today's lesson, we're going to take a look at Module 4, Lesson 10, Part 2. So again, we're looking at angle relationships, but this time we're going to put a little extra to it. So yesterday, or previous notes, we looked at just determining angle measures just based on relationships. Now we're also going to do that, but except for now, we're going to have to do a little bit of solving with it as well. All right, so it says, I can identify the relationships of adjacent, complementary angles, supplementary angles, vertical angles, and corresponding angles. And I should add in there to determine the value or measurement of other angles. All right, so the first exercise. In the diagram, the measure of angle 1 is x. The measure of angle 2 is 2x minus 47. And the measure of angle 3 is x minus 25. Determine the measures of each unknown angle and identify the relevant angle relationships. All right, the first thing you always want to do is go ahead and label what they tell you. So we know the measure of angle 1 is equal to x. The measure of angle 2 is equal to 2x minus 47. And the measure of angle 3 is x minus 25. All right? So it says determine the angle relationships based on what we know here. All right? So looking here, we can definitely tell, let me get my highlighter, that we have a straight line here, which tells me that the measure of angle 1, let me write this out, the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 180. All right? Because we have that straight line, so remember that is supplementary angles that add up to 180. All right? So now, let's set up this equation. So we know that the measure of angle 1 is x. The measure of angle 2 is 2x minus 47. And the measure of angle 3 is x minus 25, which is all equal to 180. All right? Let's go back to solving equations again. So the first thing we're going to do is combine like terms. So I have x, 2x, and x, which gives me 4x. Oops, change the color. Then I have negative 47 minus 25, which gives me negative 72, and that is equal to 180. All right, we're going to add 72 to both sides. We get that 4x is equal to 252. Divide both sides by 4, and we get that x is equal to 63. All right, now we have to determine relevant angle measures. All right, so the measure of angle 1, since we know that it is equal to x, the measure of angle 1 is 63 degrees. All right, for the measure of angle 2, we're going to plug in 63 degrees for x minus 47, which is going to give me 79 degrees. All right, the measure of angle 3, again, we're going to plug in 63 for x. So we have 63 minus 25, which gives us 38 degrees. All right, so we know the measure of angle 1 is 63 degrees. The measure of angle 2 is 79 degrees. And the measure of angle 3 is 38 degrees. All right, now it says let's identify relationships. I see a lot of vertical angles here. So I know that the measure of angle 1, or angle 1, excuse me, and angle 4 are vertical angles. I know that angle 2 and angle 5 and we can see that 3 and 6 all right. Now let's go ahead and look at these relationships. So since the measure of angle 1 and the measure angle, or it's not measure, excuse me, since we know that angle 1 and angle 4 are vertical angles, relationships between vertical angles, they are equal. Angle 4 is equal to 63 degrees. We know that 2 and 5 are vertical angles, so angle 5 is 79 degrees. And we know that angle 3 and angle 6 are vertical angles, so we have that it is 38 degrees. All right, let's take a look at some more examples. All right, so we don't have to find as many angles as the previous one, but again, we are using those relationships. All right, so you can see for number 1 that these angles are across from each other, so they are vertical angles. All right, what is the relationship between vertical angles? They are equal. So we're going to set up 8x plus 31 is equal to 16x minus 9. All right, remember when we're solving equations with variables on both sides, we have to move the variable to one side. So I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides. So we get that 31 is equal to 8x minus 9. We're going to add 9 onto both sides. And we get 40 is equal to 8x. Divide both sides by 8. And we get that x is equal to 5. All right. So in order to determine these angles, and again for this one, it just asks you to classify the pair as vertical, complementary, supplementary, and then find x. In the previous example, we took it a step further and determined the angle relationship, which we will do in practice, but right now we just want to practice using those angle relationships to solve for x. All right, looking at number 2, we can see that 7x minus 5 and 9x minus 7, that is a linear pair, or it makes a line, so it is supplementary, meaning that it adds up to 180. So we have 7x minus 5 plus 9x minus 7 is all equal to 180. All right, combine like terms. We have 7x plus 9x, which is 16x. And we have a negative 5 and a negative 7, which gives me 12. And that's all equal to 180. I'm going to add 12 onto both sides. I get that 16x is equal to 192. Divide both sides by 16. And we get that x is equal to 12. All right. Now, let's take a look at number 3. All right. So looking here, I see that I have a right angle. So I automatically know that these two angles have to add up to 90 degrees. So I know we have complementary angles. All right. So we get 3x plus 11. We're going to add that to 8x plus 2. And that's all going to equal 90. 3x plus 8x is 11x. Then we have 11 plus 2, which gives us 13. And that's all equal to 90. We have 11x is equal to 77. Divide both sides by 11. And we get that x is equal to 7. All right. Now I want you to pause the video and I want you to try number 4 on your own. All right. This is going to count as your exit ticket. All right. Once you have completed that, we will check and go over it. And then at the second page of your notes, you have, I think, 6 problems that we're going to look at to review. So in these examples, not only will you be looking for x, but you'll be also solving for the actual angle measure. Once you are done with your exit ticket, make sure you put your answer in the video, and then don't forget to summarize what you've learned from today's lesson.